this is the Powerback battery pack for the Game Gear. This is another official Sega produced battery pack. Obviously part of Sega's attempt to try and power these things back in the day. As you will see, this one has the purple stripe here, which is the American style. As far as I can tell, these were only released in the US, but it does have French on the box here as well, so it was either released in Canada or it was also released in France. That's the only two languages here, is English and French. One thing that makes me believe that it was released in America is that the jack on the AC adapter is actually a smaller size, and from my experience all the American consoles have this smaller size jack on it, which is the same as a Mega Drive 2 jack. The European and Japanese Game Gears have a larger jack, which is the same as a Mega Drive 1. So taking a closer look at the box here, you have a nice picture on the front there showing the item. This did originally come packed in with a AC adapter. As you can see there, it says input is 120 volts, which I believe is the American voltage. It has a NiCad battery in it. The sides of the box are pretty uninspiring, not too much info there. It's just the same thing all around. The barcode there. On the back of the box here, you will see again that it has English and French, and it just has general info and advertising spiel, obviously to try and get you to pick this thing up off the shelf and buy it. This does come with a full set of instructions here. It just tells you how to charge the item up and actually use it. You will see that the instructions here are all in English. So here is the item itself. It's very nice design to this. Sits really nicely across the back of the Game Gear and doesn't actually stick out too far. And it comes with its own screw which can't fall out, which is a nice feature because these things always get lost. Has a charge light. Now this does have a quick charge mode, which is supposed to give it a full charge in 2 hours. So if you put it to quick, you can charge it for 2 hours and it will be fully charged. The disadvantage to charging it on quick mode is that you can't actually play the Game Gear with this while it's on quick mode. So if you have this still attached to the back of your Game Gear and you want to charge it but still have this plugged in and use your Game Gear, you need to switch it to normal and play mode. So that will allow the power to actually charge the battery but pass through to the system and you can still use it. When it's on normal mode, this thing takes 8 hours to charge. So like I mentioned there, these things have a smaller jack on them, which fits into this blue Game Gear, which is a US only console. So I'll just show you there. So it fits nicely into that one. But if I try to use a PAL machine like this one, the jack is actually bigger on it, so this thing won't actually plug in. The centre pin is too fat to fit into this, so that's why I think this thing was only ever released in America. So on the back of the Game Gear here you have two T-shaped slots here where your metal stand would go in for when you're using the TV tuner, and the Powerback has two protrusions here which sit into those slots. So you just basically put it into those slots and then you can screw this screw in. It is a nice wide slot in this so you can use a coin. Once it's screwed onto the back, you just plug your wire into the Game Gear and that's you ready to go. Now you do need to make sure that this is on play mode. If you have it still set on quick, the Game Gear won't power up, so you have to put it to play for it to actually work. So yeah, really nice design on this, nice and ergonomic, and really can't feel it on the Game Gear at all. When you're holding the Game Gear, your fingers sit in here like this, and it is really nice and comfy. These Powerbacks have a 7.2 volt 1300 milliamp hour battery inside, which when new is supposed to give you 3 hours continuous play. As you can see, my battery light's flashing because this one is pretty much done. A full charge on this, I'll only get about 15 or 20 minutes out of it, so the battery inside is knackered, but still a pretty cool item and a nice curiosity to have in my collection.